Good morning, students. I'm here with Peter Pan, written by J.M. Barrie, Part 2. Let's have a quick recap. Characters: we came to know the protagonist Peter Pan, very beautiful Wendy Darling, and two brothers John and Michael. I introduce you with the family Mr. and Mrs. Darling, Wendy, John, Michael, and a dog Nana. The scene opens in the nursery where three children are sleeping and something uncanny is going on. Lights were switching on and off and on and off, and suddenly a window opens and Peter entered to the nursery. He was in search of something with a Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell, a fairy. When he was searching and he got his shadow back, then he sat, and meanwhile Wendy wakes up and she was not quite surprised, and she started a common conversation with Peter, like asking about introduction, name and all. And Peter first forgetting about all his troubles, and he just graciously bowed in front of Wendy. Then he reveals that why he is upset, and Wendy said, I can help you, and she helped Peter to get his shadow back to him. She sewed it. Peter was very happy. He is howling, delighting, dancing, and he said he is saying that I am very clever, I get it back, and he forget that Wendy help him to get his shadow back. And so Wendy got little angry, and then he again pleased her by saying that one girl is more useful than 20 boys. Wendy was quite surprised to listen this statement from a boy, and so she was quite shocked, and she asked that do you really think this kind of thing about girls? Then Peter said, yes, I do agree with the statement what I said now. So till now this much we have done, and now let's ready for the more adventures to see in the story. Now Wendy and Peter sit together on the side of the bed, and they start conversation. Wendy asked Peter, how old are you? Peter said, I don't know, Wendy. I ran away the day I was born. Wendy was again surprised to hear about this. Ran away? Why? Peter said, because I heard my father and mother talking of what I was to be when I became a man. I only wanted to be a little boy always and to have fun. So I ran away to Kensington Gardens and lived among the fairies. Wendy got again surprised that you know fairies, Peter. Peter said, yes, but they are nearly all dead now. You see, Wendy, when the first baby laughed for the first time, the laugh broke into the 1,000 pieces, and that was the beginning of fairies. And now, when every newborn is born, its first laugh becomes fairy. So, there ought to be one fairy for every boy or girl. The pieces all went skipping around, and that was the beginning of fairies. Wendy was delighted to hear about these kind of things about fairies. She never heard these things before. Wendy asked, isn't there? Peter, oh no. Children know such a lot now. Every time a child says, I don't believe in fairies, there is fairy somewhere that falls down dead. He said there should be one fairy for every boy or girl, but children grow old too soon. Wendy said, oh, very poor things. Suddenly, Peter get up and started searching for something. And he now can think of that where is Tinkerbell. He started searching, tink, 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 where is Tink? Wendy asked, Peter, you don't mean to tell me that there is a fairy in this room? Peter said, yes, she came with me. You don't hear anything, do you? Wendy said, the only sound I hear is tickle of bells. It seems to come from over there. She pointed towards a wardrobe. When he opened the drawer, Tinkerbell darted from the place to place. She came outside. She screamed angry words that only Peter could understand. And Wendy was quite surprised and delighted to see the fairy in her nursery. Wendy was totally delighted that there was a fairy in her nursery. Wendy said, where is she now? I want to see her. Peter said, she is behind the clock, Tink. This lady wishes you were her fairy. Wendy Tink asked something in the fairy language which Wendy could not understand here, and she said, what does she say? Peter said, she says you are a great ugly girl and that she is my fairy. She is quite common. You know, she is called Tinkerbell because she mends the fairy pots and kettles. Wendy said, where do you live now? Peter said, with the lost boys. Wendy, who are they? Peter said, they are the children who fall out of their prams. If they are not claimed in 7 days, they are sent far away to Neverland. I am their captain. They were children who had fallen out of their strollers or prams as infants. These boys had been taken to Neverland where Peter was their captain. Wendy said, what fun it must be. Are none of the children girls? Peter said, oh no, girls are much too clever to fall out of their prams. Wendy said, Peter, it is perfectly lovely the way you talk about girls. Peter continued sadly, we are all boys with no girls around. That's why I sometimes come to your nursery and to listen to your stories. Your mother was telling you such a lovely story about the prince who couldn't find the lady who wore the glass slippers. Wendy said that was Cinderella, and he found her, and they lived happily ever after. Peter was very happy and delighted to know about the end of the story, and he is on his move towards the Neverland back. When he is going back, Wendy asked, oh, the stories! I could tell you the lost stories and to the lost boys. When he heard this, Peter hurried back to her with a greedy look in his eyes. Peter pleaded with the Wendy to come with him to Neverland. Peter said, okay, let's come, we'll fly together to Neverland. Wendy was quite shocked and asked, fly? You can fly? When Peter said, yes, Wendy, I'll teach you also to fly. You can tell the lost boys and me lots of stories, begged Peter. Then Wendy wake up both the boys, John and Michael. He just flew around the room gracefully. Just see how he is flying. And both the boys were quite shocked and they were happy too. I looked so easy when I fly. How do you do it? Asked John. He jumped off the bed and landed on his backside when he tried first time. Then, fortunately, Peter said, oh, I have something for you. Wait. Peter still had some fairy dust on his hands from Tinkerbell, a fairy. He blew some magic dust on each of the children. Their hats bobbed against the ceiling, and now they are able to fly. They were just moving here and there and flying, enjoying up and down. They went and round in the room. With a little more practice, you will be able to fly with me to Neverland. Peter was also happy to get the friends. And then he also spoke about that you will be able to see some wild animals, you will be able to see some pirates over there on the Neverland. Hooray, pirates, cried John. And then they moved out of the window. All were flying to Neverland. And where the Neverland was, what the address he spoke earlier? Second star to the right and then straight on till morning. I hope you enjoyed the story, Adventures of Fairies and Conversation of Peter and Wendy. It was really a magical story. You can also enact the play with your peers. Thank you.